Are you experiencing a sudden awakening of your inner senses? Are you starting to be as woo-woo as the people you used to dismiss as woo-woo? Are you feeling more intuitive, more perceptive? Are you sensing energy far more than you used to, but you don't know what to do with it? Well, welcome to my channel. My name is Sonia Choquette. Today we're going to talk about these awakening senses and how to read this new awareness accurately instead of fight it or deny it. How to put it to use to empower you instead of run away from it and avoid the invitations because they feel too risky. We are all being invited to grow right now. The planet is insisting on it. So what does exactly that mean? Well, first of all, we are invited to evolve and redefine our sense of self. We've been very heavily influenced and indoctrinated to believe we're just ego beings, powerless beings who only have 5 senses, who have to submit to power outside of us. We've been taught and told again and again that what we sense energetically isn't real, that what our heart tells us is laughable, what our energy and senses tell us is woo-woo and dismissible. But fortunately, we've evolved enough and collectively are having these experiences enough that we no longer dismiss them. I've been teaching people about these inner senses, this inner constellation of senses that are part of our spiritual essence for over 50 years. And a great deal of that time, I was dismissed and I was laughed at and I was attacked as crazy and not religious and not normal and not healthy and whatever. And all of a sudden, those very same people are saying, wait a minute, this is happening to me. What's going on around here? And what we have to recognize is that the information we have is limited. We have to change our perception of who we are and no longer see ourselves strictly as physical, ego-based beings, but as spiritual beings having a physical experience, here to learn to create, and we need all of those senses to inform us. And the big transformation is to not fight the natural awareness that our senses are giving us, but to learn to read the energies that are coming in accurately, to use what we're perceiving and perceive better what we're being shown by our inner senses and our outer senses. That transformation makes us a multi-dimensional being. So what does that mean? Being a multi-dimensional being means that there's more than my physical body and ego to who I am. That I begin to recognize I am a spiritual being guided inwardly as much as outwardly. And I use all that I am being guided with to inform me and to create. So I don't fight my natural awareness. I accept it and I get better at paying attention to it, using it to make my decisions and to make changes, because that's what these inner senses awakening are designed to do. They're giving us, they're helping us read the flow of energy so we can go in the direction of our best interest, to read what's happening with others so we can align with those whom we have good connection and avoid those who don't, to read circumstances so we step into situations that support us and away from those that are unsafe and unstable. We're not just victims of life happening to us. We can read the energy of life and follow it in a way that keeps us safe. And more than that, follow it in a way that allows our best self to unfold, because these inner senses that are awakening and guiding us are trying to lead us to the lives of our best expression. That they're trying to guide us to ways to have the best possible experience, but it involves change. Change is not something a lot of people feel very comfortable with. Certainly, the ego part of us has been told change is dangerous, change is threatening, change is annihilation, and it's not true. So ask yourself, in this great awakening, and it's really dialed up this year, 2024, are my inner senses energetically informing me and helping me read life more accurately? And am I listening or am I fighting it? It's a good question. I have a client who has been really awakened. She has a business, she works in design, she has a construction company, and she's very, very, very successful. But her inner senses are telling her it's time to quit. Her inner senses are saying that she's done it, she's succeeded, she's made money, she's good, but to continue will not be fulfilling for her. That she could sell the company and she could relocate to the country, which she's been fantasizing about forever. And she's been fighting that for a long time. Her logic brain is saying, why give up? This is my company. This is my life. I'm making good money. I have responsibilities. But her inner sense, her heart has been saying for at least 10 years, enough. She hasn't listened. Well, this year, what happened is she just got discovered that she has colon cancer. All of a sudden, she's like, man, I can't help but wonder if ignoring my gut has something to do with this. Granted, there is biology, there's genetics, there's my diet, there's 101 things, but I can't help but wonder if going against my gut and ignoring my inner guidance so strongly for as long as I have has played a role in this. And at any rate, she said, I am going to sell my business now because I know that it will help me heal. I know that my gut doesn't want to be here anymore. And if I am going to heal quickly and completely, I need to quit going against the energy, quit avoiding the risk of change so that I can be harmonious. I can be at peace with myself. And that's what reading life accurately is about. It's not an all or nothing. It's not recklessly go with your intuition and ignore everything else. It's use all of your senses. Pay attention. What is happening in your body? What is happening in your environment? What is happening in your outer world? And what is happening in your inner world? And how can you make those two congruent? That's the great transformation that we are being invited to make, to no longer ignore part of us, to no longer exaggerate part of us, and to no longer check out and ignore all of us. This is the year where we all are being invited to do that, to start reading life accurately, and instead of perceiving what our inner guidance is encouraging as reckless and risky and threatening, and to start recognizing that maybe it's the answer to my prayers. What is your inner guidance saying? What is your gut telling you? What is your heart telling you? What are your eyes and ears telling you that you are ignoring? Are you even paying attention? This is what we all are being asked to do. This global transformation that we're talking about isn't something happening out there to us. It's something happening internally that we can all create an out there that's better and different and more harmonious. Now, I know this is a lot of difference. I know this is a new way of being. It's what I've been teaching forever and ever and what I've been talking about, but finally the world is catching up and a lot more people are starting to say, you know what, that makes sense to me. I do have strong inner feelings. I am registering and noticing things that I've been denying. And I don't know how to put it to work. I don't know what to trust and what not to trust. This is all so new. So to that end, I'd like to invite you to join me for a free workshop on how to read your life accurately, how to take this new awareness and implement it into your life in a way that works for you. Instead of being at war with yourself and ambivalent and mixed up and scared and unsure and think, oh my God, I am now a real bona fide woo-woo and I don't want to tell anybody. We are being asked to shift our perceptions of who we are. And we have to learn how to be multisensory. We have to learn how to integrate our inner awareness and sharpen our outer awareness and let them work together to make the most empowered decisions. A while back, I watched this documentary that was quite extraordinary about a man whose vision was restored through this very miraculous surgery. So his eyes were able to work, but it took a while for his inner self and his brain to start working with his eyes. He had to learn to see. And we have to learn in the same context as we awaken senses that have been dormant or not used, that are spontaneously being reactivated. We have to also learn to use those so that we don't feel like, oh my God, this is too scary, too risky. I'm being guided to do things that scare me and threaten me and make me crazy and feel insecure. We can learn that what we're being shown, sensed, guided, feeling, made aware of is helpful. And it's to our benefit, to our advantage to pay attention, that we're not being upended and disrupted and thrown into woo-wooville and being asked to give up our security and our safety. If anything, we're being guided to use all of our awareness to make the best possible decisions. So I'd like to invite you to a free class I'm giving on how to read life accurately. It's a VIP invitation, and all you have to do to join me, it's on February 22nd. And I want you to join me by simply signing up by clicking the link below. You don't have to live scared. You don't have to live in conflict, and you don't have to fight your inner senses as they're waking up. It's the best thing that can happen to you. It's a beautiful thing. But we have to learn how to use this energy, this ability to perceive the energies of life and read them in a way that we respond positively and that they inform us in an effective way instead of scare us and shut us down and put us at odds. It's time to change. And we're ready. The world's ready. The outer planetary changes are real, but so are the inner planetary changes. Our gut is waking up. Our hearts are waking up. Our inner ear is waking up. Our inner eye is waking up. We are being made aware of a whole lot more, and we have to learn how to put that to practical use to make our lives fantastic. So thanks for tuning in. Sign up. Click the link below for the free class on how to read your life accurately now with these new senses kicking in. I can hardly wait to see you there. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. All my love.